All right, what's going on, friends? In this video, I'm going to show you what I do to get my Honda Ruckus ready for storage. What I'm going to do to this should be good for maybe 3 to 6 months. Like, I live here in Pennsylvania, and right now I'm a little bit late on storing my Honda Ruckus because it's been getting down to like in the teens at night, and I haven't rode this for quite a while. But all right, let me go over some of the tools and what I'm going to use to get this Honda Ruckus ready for storage. All right, I'm going to use some seat foam, this acts as a fuel stabilizer. Now you can also just go get like stable fuel stabilizer, but I like to buy 5 gallons of non-ethanol fuel at a time, and I dump 1 ounce per gallon of this seat foam into my non-ethanol fuel. So if you have a gas station that sells non-ethanol fuel, I also recommend that. It's really nice for these small engines. I also use this in my lawn mowers and my push mowers. It's definitely better to not have all that ethanol in these engines. So this is a non-ethanol fuel. If you don't have a non-ethanol fuel, I'm sure it'll be okay. Just make sure you put stabilizer, either put it in your 5-gallon can or put enough stabilizer in for the Honda Ruckus. And I'm going to use some dielectric grease on the spark plug. I'm going to spray just one little squirt of this fogging oil inside the spark plug. And to remove your spark plug, I have a spark plug socket. It's a 5/8 of an inch, and I have a 6-inch extension on my ratchet. And I am going to torque my spark plug back on. If you don't have a torque wrench, just be very careful because it doesn't go on very tight. And I like to keep my old stable container, and I put my seat foam in it. I buy a couple of these and I dump it into here. And I actually wrote on here 1 ounce per gallon. That's what I put into my non-ethanol fuel. And I also am going to take my tire pressure gauge and check my air pressure in my tires. I don't have a cover, but a lot of times just my little scooter here, I'll take an old sheet and just lay an old sheet over this while it's in my shed for the winter. So if you have an old sheet, you can use an old sheet, or maybe just buy a cover for your Honda Ruckus. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my tank completely up. And like I said, I'm using my non-ethanol fuel with that seat foam in it, or you can just use some stabilizer. Everything I use in this video, I'm going to try to put down in my description just in case you want to check something out that I used. I really like this gas can. Just make sure if you put that seat foam or fuel stabilizer in your gas, that you shake it around real good, make sure it's all mixed up. I think once I get this filled up, I'm just going to put maybe another extra 1/2 ounce in my tank. All right, I got the tank completely full. We'll put the cap back on. Now that I got that non-ethanol fuel in there with the fuel stabilizer, I'm actually going to take it back down off these blocks. And I'm going to go run it, let it run a little, maybe for about 4 or 5 minutes out in my driveway. Or you can just take a spin around the block, or take a spin down the street, wherever you live, and get that stabilizer or the seat foam stabilizer like I use. Get that. You want to get that all through your engine. So let me go do that. I'll be right back. There, I got my garage door open. Don't start your scooter inside your garage with all the doors shut. I recommend letting it run out in your driveway or outside. Another thing that's good to do before you put this away for storage is maybe take some soap and clean your scooter off. I already did that. I already cleaned this all up. You guys really don't need to watch me do that. I had a microfiber towel that I did also take some of my ceramic spray, and I wiped down some of the parts just to put some ceramic on there to help keep it clean. And also, if you didn't see, I did have 2 4x4s and this little 3/4 board fit under there really nicely to keep it up, to keep that front tire up off the ground. All right, now that I got this completely filled up with fuel, I let the scooter run for a little while to get that stabilizer through the entire system. Open back up where you put your gas in. There's a little cover right here. Just pull up on that. This will pop off Right inside here is where your spark plug is. So it's going to be a little bit hard for me to show you, but when you go in here, there's a spark plug boot is right here. So I'm going to pop that boot off, and we're going to take that spark plug out and just put one little squirt of that fogging oil in there. Pops off. It's not too hard to pop off. Slide that aside and take your 5/8 inch socket. And a spark plug socket should have rubber down inside of it. All right, there's my spark plug. Now I'm just going to take this fogging oil and I'm going to put one little squirt of that in there. Just like that. I'm going to put a little paper towel over that spark plug hole. And then I'm going to take my kickstart and I'm just going to push down on this a little bit just so I can move that cylinder. That's it. All right, now we're going to take our spark plug and put it back in. Before I do that, I'm going to take a little bit of this dielectric grease and I'm going to just put a little dab of that right here on the end. That'll just help that from getting corroded. Just a little bit. Just wipe that around there. Get back in there. Now you're going to want to hand tighten this in there. You don't want to use your wrench right off the bat. Make sure you still have that crush washer on there. There should be a little crush washer on that spark plug. Now I'm going to take my torque wrench and like I said, I'm going to put that on with about 15 foot-pounds of torque, which is really not that tight. That's it. Now I can put that boot back on. That should snap on. It's really hard to show you any of this. You should be able to hear the click. There we go. Now we'll put this cover back on. Check that. All right, now I'm going to check my tire pressure to make sure the front and the rear have 25 pounds of air pressure. And I am going to get inside here and disconnect my battery. And I'm going to take my battery completely out. And I'm going to hook it up to my charger, make sure it is 100% fully charged. And I'm just going to let it sit in my garage because my garage doesn't get that very cold. And if you want to leave it in there, I recommend to at least disconnect the negative terminal so this battery does not fully drain over your storage. And you could also just take it completely out and put a trickle charger on it too. For me, I'm just going to make sure it's fully charged and then let it sit in my garage. All right, I'm going to check my tire pressure here. All right, there I got about 25 pounds of pressure. I'm going to check my rear tire too. Now I'm going to take out my battery. I have a screw here, and I have two on the other side. Take your key out. It should just kind of pop right out. There's two little tabs down here at the bottom. It'll slide out. Not too hard. All right, right here's your battery. There's a cover right here over a few fuses. We got to pop that off. Just push up over here on the right-hand side. That little cover will pop off. Now we have this screw and this screw. We got to take them two out. Then we got to take this 10 millimeter screw out there. Remove this negative one first. Oop, don't lose that. Remove this positive one. I'm going to remove this 10 millimeter screw here. Take my battery out. I'll take that little screw out, put that little screw back on your battery so you don't lose it. And one other one back on the negative one. Put my bracket back on. Put this screw in real. I'm not going to put it all the way on, but just screw it on a little bit. Just don't want to lose it. There we go. Snap this cover back over this too so I don't lose that. I'm going to put my cover back on. Make sure you insert these two little tabs at the bottom. Like that. You can put your screws back in. You could also maybe just leave that cover off if you're worried about mice getting in there and making a fancy little home in there over the winter. Just make sure you don't lose your screws. All right, that's about it. That's all I'm going to do to get my Honda Ruckus ready for storage. So we checked the tires. I got the tire pressure up to 25 pounds. I ended up cleaning my whole Ruckus down so it looks nice and clean. I did change the oil. I recommend changing your oil before you put it away for storage. If you need to know how to do that, I also have a video on that. I'll put a link to that at the end of this description. Make sure your Honda Ruckus is up on blocks, so your front tire is not laying on the concrete or in the stones all winter or while you have it in storage. And I removed my battery and I filled my gas tank. I filled it with non-ethanol fuel. If you have regular fuel, just make sure you definitely have a stabilizer in there. And I ran that through the Honda's engine. Well, I hope this video helped you out. Please leave me a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to help support my channel. God bless and have a great day.